The thing I don't like about having to move my clothes from the washer to the dryer is that there isn't always space because there are so few machines, and often it's a pain. And often it's a pain. It's a pain. It's a pain.
So we began with a few ideas. Our first idea was multiple AirPods that connect to one device so that you can listen to the same music as your friend. Another idea of ours was an all-in-one dispenser for your bathroom that contains your lotion, toothpaste, contact solution, acne cream, mouthwash, etc. And as we validated these ideas, the first two we discovered they didn't nail a significant pain and there was no demand for the product.
However, we've noticed a pain for people who go to laundromats, and they either have to sit and wait an hour for their laundry to be washed, or they leave and come back and their laundry has been thrown on the floor.
There's a pain in coming or going to the laundry room and realizing your roommate switched all your clothes to the dryer because she wanted to use the washer and you couldn't get to the laundry room fast enough to switch your clothes from the washer to the dryer.
It leaves a humongous load in every single washer, and then by the end of the day there's just stacks of wet clothes everywhere.
The solution for this problem is to have a washer and dryer in one, so when you go out to the laundromat you can just drop it off, and when you come back it's already moved your clothes to the dryer and it'll be done when you come back.
And at home, you wouldn't have to worry about your laundry being wet and all mildewy all night, or your roommate switching your laundry into the dryer that you needed to be dried a specific way, say air dried.
Our final idea was a washer and dryer combination where your washer would drop the clothes into the dryer, but unfortunately we discovered that a product existed that did both in one.
We needed to pivot.
We needed to pivot. Pivot. Pivot.
We needed to pivot.
Pivot.
We needed to
Pivot. Pivot.
It was very difficult pivoting. How do you compete with brands like LG who have had such a big influence in the laundry industry?
We needed to find our niche, or at least an area we can tackle in this sort of market.
We knew that laundry locations in apartments or laundromats are where we can find the majority of the targeted pain. These are places where people go get their laundry done, and the pain is so annoying for people, but unfortunately, this is a consumer pain, not necessarily a pain for the apartment or laundromat management.
I wouldn't have to take out two separate loads to be able to do my own clothing. I could just take out the one. So yeah, it'd be pretty convenient.
I would buy a machine that both washed and dried your clothes at about the same price as both a washer and a dryer combined.
And so then you wouldn't have to make as many trips to the laundry room, which would be ultimately more convenient, I would say.
Management aren't the ones taking a lot of their time waiting for their clothes. The consumer is.
One great and important insight I collected while validating was when I called the head of BYU Laundry. I had asked if they would purchase a laundry machine that washed and then dried the clothes immediately after. They told me that the machines like this that are already out there had many maintenance issues and that such issues would hold them back from wanting to purchase it. So then I asked, well, if we're able to resolve the common maintenance issues and it was market tested and an efficient product, would you purchase it? And he said, absolutely, why not? And so I asked, well, how much would you pay? If it was equivalent to the cost of a washer and dryer combined, would the department purchase it? And he said that would be reasonable. However, he would not pay more than the cost of a washer and dryer combined.
The way I validated our product was by asking people who lived at apartment complexes with basement laundry rooms and asking residents if it was a pain for them to have to switch their laundry.
For my validation, it was really easy because I'm a hairstylist, which means I have someone in my chair for 20 to 60 minutes at a time and they can't leave. I would ask clients in my chair if they felt like it was a pain to them to switch their laundry from the washer to dryer. Many of them said yes, while others were perfectly fine with making this switch. I found that those who are not working and have more time to do household chores didn't find it to be a pain, while those who were in school and working found it to be a pain to switch their laundry.
I validated by asking students who lived at Helaman Halls if they would be interested in the machine that washes and dries your clothes without you taking them out once they're washed. In terms of what people said about the idea, they thought it was great. In fact, 90% of people I interviewed said they would be interested, and 70% said that taking their clothes out from the washer and putting them in the dryer was a pain.
I found out that the owner of an apartment complex loves the idea and said they would definitely invest in the product for their place. They often get complaints about people leaving clothes and machines too long, and others having to wait extra time. The only concern that they had with their place is the amount of pipes that they had already going into the room. If it was going to be cheap and easy to add extra pipes to double the machine amounts, they would buy our product.
For my validation, I knocked on doors around Heritage and Helaman halls at BYU. This was a local area that provided a wide variety of different perspectives and backgrounds. The demographic that I was targeting was college students that experienced the pain that we were trying to present the solution for. Knowing that everyone has to do laundry, I predicted good responses from the students that live in these dorms. I received very positive feedback about this potential product. The pain that we found seemed to resonate with a lot of people, and the solution I followed up with was very welcomed by the people I talked to. About 80% of the people that I asked said they would even be willing to pay more for the use of our product over the current standard washing machines provided by the BYU dormitories.
I validated by talking to extended family who all have families of their own and lots of clothes to wash. These family members have looked at these 2-in-1 machines that exist, and they knew how expensive they were. And they said they were expensive because it's a niche market. Not a lot of people are buying it. I also validated with peers living close to BYU who wash their own clothes. The main issue for them was clothes being taken out of these community washing machines and being left out on the floor, on the counters. And they said they love the idea of essentially having twice as many machines so that other people aren't moving their clothes around.
So the people who do their laundry want it, and they want it bad, and management doesn't really care as long as they aren't doing maintenance all the time on these machines.
If we can produce a machine that solves the common maintenance issues and bring it to the market, proving that it works, has great reviews, and is a dependable machine, then we'll be more likely to have success with laundromats and other laundry departments, where we'll have what we believe to be our most success in selling these machines.